Hi everyone, I'm Jeffrey Allen and welcome to day one of your Mind Awareness Challenge. And I know this will be really comfortable territory for you, and developing the mind awareness is really one of my favorite things to develop. And I feel lucky because I was always very good with a sharp mind. I excelled in academics and I was great at mathematics and science. And I was recruited right out of high school to work with the US Department of Energy. So my mind always felt like it was very fast and very sharp, and I feel very lucky for that. But I have to say that having a fast mind but an unaware mind actually got me in a lot of trouble early on. And let me explain why. So when you have a fast mind but you're not aware of your own mind, you tend to feel like you're always right. And I definitely had that early on. I had that arrogance of thinking that because I can think fast, it means that my conclusions are right and that I know what I'm talking about. And over the years, as I became more aware and developed my awareness, I realized that that's not true at all. Being fast with the mind is great, but being aware with the mind is much, much better. Because some other problems I noticed is I was also a fairly poor listener. I tended to be thinking about what I wanted to say next, or thinking about the opinion or what was wrong with what they said, instead of really just listening to the person. I also had a bit of a stubborn streak in me where once I got my mind set on something, it was hard for me to change and hard for me to let new information in. And I also noticed later on that as my awareness grew that there are times where having a fast mind but an unaware mind means that it's very easy to delude yourself. And I've done this many times where I believed something was true. I tried to sell it and talk about it to all my friends. And in the end, it turns out it just wasn't true. It was just my mind, not my awareness, that was wanting it to be true. And I'm sharing this with you because, you may have some of these same difficulties with your mind. And you might even wonder sometimes, like, why do smart people do such dumb things? I'm a good example. I've done a lot of dumb things, but I'm a smart person. And the answer is really simple. The answer is about awareness. So you want to have a great mind and you want to have a very aware mind so that you stop doing all those silly things. Now, an aware mind by comparison is usually very organized and very clear and really able to function in the present moment. So when you're aware, you're great at listening and you're not trying to filter or change everything that's coming in. You just sort of let the information come into your mind. And this means that you tend to be really good at learning and getting new information in. And oftentimes you'll take the shorter route because you're able to listen a little bit better. And these are all benefits from having an aware mind. So how do we get there? Well, today we're going to start with the internal mind. And then we're going to follow up in the second part with the external mind. Now, for the internal mind, we're going to start by today with doing a little self-assessment, and then we'll move into an easy exercise tomorrow where we're just learning how to turn down the mental noise. And this is so powerful because the noise is really what gets us in so much trouble. And then on the challenge day, we're going to go further, and I'm going to give you some exercises for getting in and getting rid of the mental fog. So that fogginess that makes it difficult to access all the potential in our mind. And this is really powerful. Now, on the wow day, you're going to learn how to really focus your mind very easily. So those are the steps we're going to go through. Now, after finishing that with the internal mind, we're going to go into that external mind awareness, and you're going to learn how to listen really deeply with your mind to the world around you. So it's really fun. So for today, let's get started with that initial exercise, just that self-assessment of your internal mind. So just find a place where your eyes rest naturally and just notice your breath. And when you're ready, just breathe your eyes closed and be right behind your eyes. And right now, just begin to notice your mind. What are you thinking about right now? And have an intentional thought. So intentionally think about something with your work right now. And notice, did the first thought that came to you feel happy or unhappy? And notice if there's a background story about work in general. And also notice when you think about work, is there any commentary in your mind? Me telling you about how it is or how it should be? Might be a little criticism or doubt. And just start to be aware of that background thoughts and that commentary in addition to your conscious thought. Good. Now, think about a good friend of yours. What are your first thoughts about this friend? Think about things you've done together and why you enjoy their company. And then start to notice if there's any background thoughts as well. Is there a story you have about this friend? Are there any criticisms or doubts? And if there is a commentary, whose voice is that commentary in? And now, think about your opinion of your own mind. Do you feel like you have a fast mind or a slow mind? Do you feel like you have an aware mind or an unaware mind? When you think about your mind, what's the first thought that comes to mind? And then notice any background story that you have about yourself. And again, notice if you have a commentary about your mind. And if you do, what does the voice sound like in that commentary? Is it you? Is it someone you know? Or is it just a voice? And now just relax a little bit and notice what else is happening in your mind right now. Is part of you thinking about this meditation and analyzing it? Are you thinking about something else, something in your day? And notice any other commentary or opinions or stories that are in your mind right now. And then tune in and notice, is there anything else happening in your mind that you're not aware of yet? Good. Now just notice your presence right behind your eyes. And when you're ready, breathe and open your eyes. Welcome back. Good job. I hope you enjoyed exploring your background thoughts and you learned a little bit more about what's happening in your mind. Tomorrow we're going to work on turning down the noise in the mind. And if you want to get some more practice today, just notice throughout your day, what are the background thoughts that are happening kind of unconsciously in the back of your mind? And I'd love it if you'd share any surprises that you had today. So something that was happening that was a surprise for you that was happening in your mind. Thanks so much for today, and I will see you tomorrow.